Hello everyone, Morgie right here again. Today we're just going to have a little fun Halloween video. As you can tell from my outfit, it's Halloween time. And yeah, we're just going to be ranking my personal ranking for D&D monsters that freak me out or are scary to me for Halloween. There is a big list here, so we're going to get through it pretty quick here. So, and it's going to go on looks and what I know of the creatures. I'll add another tier that's like not sure. A not sure tier. Because I might not just recognize what it is. But I do know most of these monsters. I have actually, because I'm a nerd, I have actually read through the D&D monster manual. So, I know most of them. I just might not know details about the creature. So let's get started, because this is going to take a little while. Okay. So, Abishai, they're like dragony demons, I believe. I'm gonna say could be creepy. They have kind of like a dragony, lizardy thing to them, and then they have the side effect of being a demon. So they could be pretty scary, but they aren't physically scary to me. Aboleth are super scary. They look really creepy. They live in water. They have like 3 eyes on the top of their head. They've got these big dune worm mouths. And they're like just kind of like that gray, hasn't seen the sun look to them. Plus they can possess you. They're super scary. Air elementals. Air elementals are not super scary, but they could be used in a scary way because they can go invisible, I believe. So you could use them for spooking your players a little bit. So I'll put them in could be creepy. Alhoon. Alhoons are undead mind flayers. So if you don't like mind flayers and you don't like undead things, this is a double dose of things you don't like. So we're going to put them in super scary. Akilith. Alkilith, which I believe is a bug kind of creature. And I'm not personally really freaked out by bugs, but some people are, so I'll put them in pretty spooky. Alip. Alip, I believe, are undead, like extra undead ghost things, like based on like really bad emotions or violence or something. So they're pretty spooky. They're pretty spooky, I'd say. Amethyst dragons aren't scary at all. They're purple dragons. They're cool. Don't get me wrong, they're cool, and if I fought one at a low level, I definitely wouldn't want to. They'd be intimidating. But I don't think they're scary. We have Amnesu. Amnesu, I believe, are demons or devils as well, and they're just like, they got this Jabba the Hutt thing going for them, and they're just really, really freaky looking. So I'm going to put them in pretty scary, pretty spooky. I don't like how they look. Animated armor. Could be creepy. Could be creepy in like a haunted house situation or something. But yeah, could be creepy, not creepy to me, but in the right situations, they could be. Animated breath. This is another one that could be creepy, could be used to spook your players because I believe they're also invisible. It's dragon, animated breath from a dragon, I believe. This is an ice version of it. So, could be spooky. Onkeg. Onkeg are big, like, praying mantis creatures. So, again, bugs don't really creep me out, but if you have a player who is afraid of bugs, could be creepy. We're gonna have a lot in could be creepy, because it's, like, maybe not creepy to me, but in the right situation, could be. Annis hags. Annis hags are, like, really, really big hags with, like, really deformed limbs, and they're really strong. I'd say they're pretty spooky. It's like the opposite of what you think of as a hag, and has all the tendencies of a hag. So it's pretty spooky. Arcanoloth. Now, the things that are in Loth are Yugoloths. And so they're all like from neutral evil part of the world, of the plains. And, but Arcanoloths kind of look like animals, and I don't think they're scary. Like, they could be scary to fight, but how they look isn't scary, because this one kind of looks like a little fox guy, and I don't think he's very scary. Armonite. Armonites are like demonic centaurs. So, intimidating, yes. Scary, maybe. We'll put that in could be creepy. Assassin bugs. I haven't run into these, but I assume they're either big bugs or small bugs, and they assassinate people. So pretty spooky. Pretty spooky. Even if someone from like me who is okay with bugs wouldn't want to run into those. Azer. Azer are like dwarves that are on fire from the fire elemental plane. I don't find they're scary at all. But they're cool. Babao. Babao. Don't make fun of my pronunciations of any of these. Babaos are demons, but they're low-level demons that are kind of humanoid with a big spike on their head. I suppose they could be creepy. They are demons. So, we'll put it in there. Balhanoth. Ooh. I might have to look up a full picture of this one. Just judging from the just judging from the picture, I'm gonna say they could be super scary. They look nasty. Baylor. Oh, big, strong demon. Big, strong demon. Baylor, however you want to pronounce it. Also the name of that guy in Fields of Mystria, which makes me laugh. I don't think they're scary. They're strong. We'll put them in could be creepy, because, like, again, they're demons. I don't really put demons in not scary at all, because demons can be scary. Banderhob. Oh, these are, like, they're either demonic or devilish or some kind of creature that looks like a frog, but like a messed up frog. So, could be creepy. Especially if you don't like frogs. I can't imagine not liking frogs. I love frogs. But, if you don't like frogs, especially. Banshee. I'm going to put a Banshees in a pretty spooky because mechanics-wise, if you're a low-level party, scary. It's a ghost, scary. Has the shriek, scary. So I'd say Banshees are pretty spooky. Barb Devil. Barb Devil are right on the tin. They are spiky devils. So, but they're just kind of like little pointy guys, little porcupine devils. So I'm gonna say here, but maybe depending on what you're afraid of, that could be scary if you're afraid of needles. That wouldn't be good. Barghests. Barghests. What is a Barghest? Yeah, Berbalangs are like kind of impish creature. Yeah, they're not scary to me. They look impish but more silly. And I don't find imps are like the least scary demons and devils. They're from the astral plane too. Like they're like little bat-winged creatures. Burhags or Burhags. I don't know how to pronounce these ones, but they are like the ice hags. And they're pretty tough. They have that whole like snow maiden ghost from like Japanese mythology and stuff kind of going for them, and there's like probably some things in like Scandinavian mythology too. So I'm gonna say pretty spooky. You run into one of those when you're having like an ice campaign, I would be freaked out. Also, the smile is crazy. Black dragons. Black dragons are probably one of the creepiest of the dragons just because they have necrotic breath and they're like bone based. So I'm gonna put them in could be creepy. Black puddings. Okay, so they're slimes. If you slice them, they make more. So they got that whole like overwhelmedness going on for them. So I would say could be creepy. Could be creepy. I'm gonna move them up though higher. Let's put them above air elementals because I think you could use that more as a scary thing. A blight. Blight are like animated plants. I don't find them scary personally. Blue dragon. Blue dragons are bad and strong. Lightning breath, kind of like the Behir. But they don't have that like whole physical. I'm gonna put you actually above here, Mr. Black Dragon. You're scarier than a lot of these things. I don't find blue dragons scary like in a scary to me sense. They are intimidating but not scary. Bodax. I love Bodax as a creature. I have drawn fan art of a friendly Bodak we met in our campaign, if you want to check that out. But Bodax as a creature, if I saw that out in the woods, super scary. Super scary. They've got like these black like eyes, huge mouth, no nose. They got big scary hands. Yeah, they're scary. Boggles. This picture of a boggle looks scary. I don't find boggles very scary, so I'm gonna put them in not scary to me. This picture's more scary than a boggle actually is, in my opinion. Bone claw. Bone claws are failed liches. And I actually think they're scarier than liches because they're like mindless creatures with these really, really, really long bone fingers that are like sabers. So I find them pretty spooky. They're scary. They're also pretty strong. Bone devil. Skeleton. Devil. Yeah, of the devils, they're definitely the highest up there. So let's put them up in this pretty spooky. Let's put them above Barghest. Bone naga. It's a skeleton snake. That's animated with magic powers. It's up to you if that's scary. Wouldn't be for me, but I'll put it at the top of could be creepy because that could be creepy to someone. Bee rogue. I just looked up a bee rogue or brogue. I can't find it. So I don't know what it is, so I don't know whether it's scary or not. Bronze scout is a little construct that's like a kind of looks like a bird, like a vulture. Not scary. Would be annoying, not scary. Bugbears, not scary. They're just people. They can be bad or good, not scary. Boolazows. Boolazows look an awful lot like traditional interpretations of Baphomet, like the goat-like body with the horns and furry. So if that kind of stuff freaks you out, Boolazows could be pretty freaky. And also they have like this rotting aura that gives you a disease. So they're pretty scary. A cadaver collector. Yeah, I would say that would be pretty scary. Cadaver collector could be pretty spooky. Cambion. Cambions are the most attractive devils? They kind of just look like tieflings with wings, so I'm going to say not scary at all for me. Kinoloth. I'm seeing a trend with things with mouths and teeth and no eyes, so I don't like these. I'm going to put them in super scary to me. Carrion crawlers, bugs. Big old bugs. Big old gross bugs. So pretty spooky. Pretty spooky. If you dislike bugs, those things suck. Catoblepas. Catoblepas. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Catoblepas? I don't know. But they're kind of like a big water buffalo, but they can kill you in one shot. And they live in the swamp. So you could definitely have one sneak up on you. So I would say it could be creepy, but on the lower end. Cave fishers. They are gross. They hang from the ceiling. They have a little strand of saliva that they drop down to see if anyone passes by, and then they jump on you. I would hate that. Gives me big xenomorph vibes. I don't like them. Chain devil. They're probably one of the scarier of the devils. They're like completely covered up with chains. So you can't see their body, and the body that you can see looks very like burn, like they got burns all over their body. So I'm gonna put them in pretty spooky. I'll sort these all out after. Casme, a giant humanoid furry mosquito. Gross. Super gross. Could be pretty scary, especially if you don't like bugs. To me, they're more gross, but gross can be scary. Chimera. I don't find chimeras scary in D&D. They just kind of look cute. They got a little goat. They got a little lion. Got a little dragon head. They're just cute. Chitine. I think they're Shadowfell creatures. They're kind of like shadowy pixies, I believe. I'm gonna double check. Never mind. Chitines are humanoid spidery creatures that live in the Underdark. My bad. I think I'm getting them mixed up with another creature. And I looked at a picture of them and they're like very freaky. They got 4 arms. All of them have knives. And they're like furry. They've got glowy eyes. So I'm going to say it could definitely be creepy. I would say pretty spooky even. Oh, chokers. I hate these guys. They're so gross looking. Super scary for me in particular. They got the mouth thing I don't like. I think they got tentacles. I don't know. Choldrith, I believe, are also spider creatures, but they're even freakier than the Chitin or Chitine. So Choldriths are actually like a priest version of the Chitine, and they're so much worse. They're like giant, almost full spider things with like these crazy bald heads with 6 eyes on them. I don't like them. I'm gonna put them in super scary. I don't like them. And I'm not even a person who dislikes spiders. I just, ugh, they're gross. Jewels. Jewels are kind of like lobster people with like, so if you've ever seen a close-up of a crustacean, they're pretty scary. So, this is like a giant one of those. So, I would say, could be creepy, for sure, for sure. Okay, clay golems. Clay golems are animated clay. Not super scary to me, but you could use it in scary ways. So I would say could be creepy. Cloakers. Cloakers are like manta rays that make themselves almost invisible. And then they got these little friggin' faces on them. I don't like them. They're pretty spooky to me. And they can sneak up on you really bad. Cockatrices. Cockatrices are like less scary basilisks. Where did I put my Mr. Basilisk on here? Basilisks are pretty spooky. They can still turn you to stone, but they're also a lot easier to kill than a basilisk. So I'll put them in could be creepy. Corpse flower. You could do a lot with a corpse flower. You could really lean into the body horror of it, of this creature that is basically made up of plant material and bodies, and all the bodies are like sticking out. So yeah, I would say pretty spooky for a corpse flower. Coatl. Coatl. I apologize for pronunciation. Not scary. They're snake, flying snake things that are nice. Cranium rat. So I have friends who have rats as pets. And they're really cute as pets. But I know that rats in real life, like not rats in real life, rats in the wild can be very dangerous. And they're smart and they carry a lot of diseases. So imagine that, but if they had a hive mind and you could see all their little brains sticking out, they are pretty super scary. You get a bunch of those in a place. Oh. You could take out a whole city with some of those, and I would not want to see one in real life walking down a dark street. Crawling claw. It's thing from the Addams Family. Pretty spooky. You could use that in different ways. Cyclops. I don't think Cyclops are very scary. They don't even have to be bad, like evil. They just could be just people. So I'm gonna put them not scary to me. They're strong. They can be. You can make them. They're not very in the stat block. Not very smart. They can be violent, but so can people. So, Darkling. Darklings are like Shadowfell elves, I believe. They could be creepy. They look a little like freaky. I think they have some kind of teleportation as well. Oh god, dark mantles. I hate dark mantles. Starting to figure out that a lot of these are like the really gross, fleshy things that I hate. I'm just gonna confirm. Yeah, I don't like dark mantles. They pretend to be stalactites. They got all these scary, yellowy, gross eyes. They're made out of flesh. I don't like them. I'm gonna go in personal nightmare fuel for me. I really don't like them. Oh, Cave Fisher, let's put you in personal nightmare fuel too. Dragon blood ooze. Blood is scary. Animated blood is scary. So I'm gonna put in pretty spooky. Death dog. Two-headed dog? Could be creepy. Could be creepy. Two-headed dog could be creepy. Death kiss. If you wanted a beholder, but worse. And more fleshy and bloody and one, like, weirdly anime eye in the center of it. I find them to be super scary. They're not nightmare fuel. Because they're not as scary as these guys are to me. But I don't like them. I don't like them. Death Knight. Really strong undead thing. Pretty spooky. Undead Knight. Could be, yeah, scary. Same with the Deathlock is a really strong warlock of some creature that came back as an undead. Deathlock White. It's pretty spooky. These are all pretty... Oh god, Death Tyrant. You're going there. Oh. Another version of an undead beholder. I hate it. I hate the laser Terminator eye. I don't like it. I don't like it. Deep Dragon. Deep dragons are dragons that grow up in the Underdark. And they have like a milky eye. So it could be creepy. Could be creepy. I don't think they have to be creepy, but they look creepy. Deep Scion. Deep Scions are like warlocks of underwater eldritch beings. So pretty spooky. They're strong too. And they have a stunning scream or something like that. Demi-Lich is a floating skull. Floating skull. So strong, scary. Darrow. What is a Darrow? I'm not sure what the difference is between a Darrow and a Duergar, but I think they're just people who live in the Underdark, so I don't think they're scary. They're just people, but they just look like this because they live in the Underdark. Devour. Okay. I don't like these. They look like little gremlins, but they're about 20 feet tall, and they have a see-through tummy that they hold people in alive, so for them to slowly digest them and feed on their pain from their soul. They're nightmare fuel for me. I hate them. Yeah, if you've seen the art of these things, ugh, greatly dislike. Durgaloth, that is another type of Yugoloth. They are bugs. They got scary teeth. I don't like them. Pretty spooky. Dire trolls. Dire trolls are like mutant trolls. The only one worse to me than them is the venom troll, which I'm sure we're going to run into eventually here. I dislike dire trolls. Normal trolls are scary. Dire trolls are worse. Venom trolls are worse again, because they're gross looking on top of being deformed. Doppelganger, pretty spooky. They look pretty spooky, and then you can do the whole like shapeshift into the party and cause confusion that way, and nobody knows what's going on. A Draco Hydra. Scary to fight. I don't think personally not very scary, like as in scary to me personally, but scary to fight. Draco Lich, that could be pretty spooky. That's an undead dragon skeleton that you can fight. Dragloth. Dragloth are like drow werewolves. So I'm gonna say they can be pretty spooky. They're like werewolves on steroids. Dragonbone Golem. That could be super spooky too. Or pretty spooky. Yeah. Dragonflesh Abomination. I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be pretty spooky too. Dragonflesh Grafter. I think you start here and you get here. You start as the Dragonflesh Grafter and you get to the Dragonflesh Abomination eventually. Both are bad. Dragonelle is just a little dragon that you can ride. Not scary. Dragon Turtle. Not scary in the scary sense. Scary to fight. Intimidating. Strong. Not scary to look at. It's just a big snapping turtle. A Dretch. Oh, I think a Dretch is what, when you go to the abyss, when someone dies and they go to the abyss, this is how they start out as. And they could be creepy. They're more pathetic, but they're still demons. So, Drider. If you don't like spiders, Driders aren't going to be your friend. Although a lot of people like that guy from Baldur's Gate 3. So it's up to you. Could be creepy. Die book. I have to look up what a die book is. Okay, so a die book is like I don't know what this picture is. That's not what I found. It's like a possessed spirit that possesses a dead body. So it's kind of like a zombie, but a more intelligent zombie. So I'm going to say pretty spooky. Because the only thing you kind of have going for you with zombies is they're not very bright, and it's like, put some smarts behind that zombie, and there you go. Elder Brain Dragon. A dragon that can spit Mind Flayer tadpoles all over you. Terrible. Hate it. Looks disgusting. Up in personal nightmare fuel. Afridi. Not scary, they're just fire genies, to me. Egg Hunter. Not scary. I think that's something to do with the dragon book. Eidolon. Eidolons can be good or bad. This picture is terrifying, so I'm gonna put that in the picture. Pretty spooky. The thing not necessarily spooky. Picture pretty spooky. Eladrins not spooky. They're just fey elves. Elder Brain. We're gonna put that in super scary because that's just one step below this. Yeah, this is what one of the Mind Flayers can turn into eventually and get really scary. Elder Tempest. Is a giant storm. Giant storm. Super scary. Like, as in Twister is super scary. So I guess, like, on that point, it could be super scary. But, like, in like, the destruction thing, like, if I saw, like, the stormed end, all storms coming towards me, I'd be freaked out. If I saw the biggest storm ever controlled by an entity, I would be scared. I would be scared. I'd find that super scary. Elves, not scary, just people. Emerald dragons, not scary. Empyreans are just really big solars, not scary. Aranyas are devils that are quite strong devils that look like pretty ladies with wings. Not personally scary to me, but could be creepy depending on how you use one. Ettercaps. Oh. The face of a spider on kind of a big dumpy body could be creepy. I think they're kind of funny looking, but I know some people who absolutely hate these things. So, Etten. I don't find Etten scary. They are giants with two heads and the heads are always fighting. I think it's kind of funny. Eye Drake. Oh, it's a drake with an eye in the mouth. Oh, okay. Kind of spooky. Someone described a dragony thing and opened its mouth and there was an eye inside. Kind of freaky. Fairy dragons, not scary. Fairies, not scary, just people. Fearbolgs, not scary. Big hugs, energy there. Fire elemental, could be scary. Like destruction-wise, could be scary. Fire giant, just people. Fire Myrmidon. Yeah, fire could be scary. Fire newt, they're just kind of cute. They're just kind of cute. Fire snake, not cute. I guess could be creepy. I don't find them creepy, but maybe someone did. Flail snail, one of my favorite D&D group or enemies. Not scary. They're just kind of vibing. Don't go near them. Don't shoot spells at them. Flame skull, pretty spooky. It's an on-fire skull that's chasing you. Flash golem, pretty spooky. I don't like the idea of that. It's basically Frankenstein, but Frankenstein kind of had a little bit more aesthetically going on than these guys do. Worst looking Frankenstein. Fiend. Oh, no, Flind. They were like the more berserk gnolls, I believe. Could be creepy. I don't like them. Flump, not creepy at all. You can go with Flail Snail right there. You guys are pals. Flying Snake, not creepy, unless you hate snakes, which I love snakes. Flying Weapons, not scary in my opinion. Fomorians, they could be creepy. They are like corrupted fey giants that kind of just hate everything, and they look really gross, so I would say could be creepy. Froghemoth, I don't find Froghemoths creepy at all. I think they're funny looking. They're kind of cute. Frost giants, they're just people. Frost salamanders, not really scary. They're just like a ice version of a Behir. Galabdur. You have to look up what a Galabdur is. Galabdurs are just kind of cute. They're like little rock guys. Gargoyle, not creepy. Just... Oh, Gouth. I don't like Gouths. I don't like them. I don't like them. Again, fleshy. Not as strong as a beholder, but fleshy. Not my favorite. Gazers. Gazers aren't as bad, but could be creepy. Gelatinous ooze. Could be creepy. You know, like your character you get stuck in that, it's eating away at your flesh. That could be scary. Gem Stalker, not scary. Genasi, they're just people. Ghasts, could be creepy. They're like smarter ghouls. They smell really bad. Yeah, ghosts, could be creepy. Some ghosts could be good, some could be bad, but definitely could be creepy. Ghost dragon, same thing. Ghouls, could be creepy. Fast running zombies. Actually, I'll move Ghast and ghouls up to higher, because... Yeah. Smart running zombies? Not smart running zombies, but still running zombies. Giant animals? Nah. Depends on the animal, but... Okay, let's put them in could be creepy, because I guess depending on the animal, it could be creepy. Giant fire beetles. I guess could be creepy if you don't like bugs. They're not to me. A giant strider. No, those are just big birds. Gibbering mouther. Oh boy, you're going up here. I hate these things. I hate the idea of these things. I hate how they look. The art is terrible. Personal nightmare fuel. Iralon. Don't know. Big gorilla. Where'd I put Barghest? I'll put you with Barghest because you're just you're a big gorilla thing. Gorillas are scary, don't get me wrong. But compared to everything else up here. You know what? The art of you is scarier. Let's put both of you up here actually. But Githyanki, they're just people. They're people who don't like a lot of other people, but they're people. Githzerai, they're just people. Glabrezu. Oh, this is a demon. This is a demon with lobster claws. Could be creepy. Not really scary to me. They're really good at magic. Gnoll, hyena people. I'm gonna put them... A lot of people are like saying that gnolls could be people as well. And are rolling that way. Flins, I think. I put Flins a little higher. Yeah, I put Flins into could be creepy because I think they're like berserk ones. But normal gnolls could be just good. Could be just people. Gnoll witherling. Undead gnolls. Could be creepy. Gnomes are like the least creepy. Goblins. Mostly of the time people rule goblins are just people nowadays. Ghoul dragon. Not scary. Goliaths. Just people. Gorgons. Gorgon is a big giant bull that can paralyze you. So he's gonna go above Basilisk because... Where's Basilisk? Basilisk. Where are you at? There's so many things on this list now. Basilisk. Scarier than Basilisk. And can probably paralyze, or not paralyze, petrify a lot more people. Goristro. Big gorilla demon. A little scarier. We'll put him with the other gorillas. You can go with the other gorillas. Or no, sorry. Not gorilla demon. Kind of a gorilla and a bull mixed together. To me, not super scary, but strong. Wouldn't want to, like, get attacked by one. Green dragon. You're gonna go with... Could be creepy, because green dragons do poison. And are also very smart. So they're, like, less scary than the black dragon. But pretty spooky. Or, could be creepy, I mean. Green hag. Definitely pretty spooky. They're, like, a weaker version of the other hags. But... They can be pretty scary. A grell. Oh god, I hate these things. Okay. Grells are brains with bird beaks and tentacles. They kind of just look like it sucks for them to be alive. But like on a purely like abomination front, I don't like them. Gray ooze. We'll put you with the black ooze because you're similar. You're both bad though. I think gray ooze is the one that like sucks up all heat? I'm not sure, but black pudding, put you with that. Because you could do on a whole thing, like, that could be scary. Gray render. Could be creepy. Got them being chompers. A grick. Oh god, here's another one. You can go with your friend. Your friend the Grell. Grell and Grick are like two sides of the same gross coin. A griffin, they're cool. Grimlock, ooh, yeah. These guys are blinded. They've got big, scary mouths. They're deformed. I'm just actually gonna put them into pretty spooky because I don't like them at all. Grungs, grungs are cute. Guard drake. That's just a little dragon. Guardian naga. Naga. I don't think they're scary. They're just snaky people. Dino sphinx, not scary. Half dragon, not scary. Oh god, we got through all the halves. Here we go. Half elf, half ling, half ogre, ogrelon. They don't have to be bad. They're just half people. Half orc. They're cool now. Harangon. They're fine. Hellfire engine. Ooh, we put that in. Could be creepy. That's pretty cool looking. Hellhound. Could be creepy. Helmed horror. Where's the animated armor? This is gonna go ahead of it because it's like. Animated armor on steroids. Hezrao. Oh, I don't like you. You're creepy. Super scary. Hezrao? Hill giant. I don't find hill giants very scary. They're just big brutes. Hippogriffs. Not scary. Horde mimic. Mimics can be scary. Pretty spooky. And a whole, like, drawing you into a horde and it's a mimic. That's, yeah. Horde scarab. Could be creepy. Hobgoblin, they're just people. Hollow dragon is like animated dragon armor. Could be creepy. Holophant? Holyphant. Oh, that's just... Isn't that an elephant? Yes. Homunculus? Not creepy, they're just little guys. Hook horror. These guys are kind of creepy. They're pretty spooky. They've got like... Yeah, they're scary. They've got these scary claw hands. Yeah, I don't like them. Horned devil. The most traditional looking devil of the bunch. We'll put them in pretty spooky. Howler. Oh, I don't like these. These guys, I don't like these guys' faces. Oh, scary. The red eyes. Oh, not my favorite. Human people. Hydra. Where did I put the Draco Hydra? So many things on this list already. Might have to break this up in a two-parter. There's Draco Hydra. You just go with it. Not scary at all. Hydraloth. Eucaloth that looks like a fish. Could be creepy. Ice Devil. Bug. Ice creature. Pretty spooky. Imp. I don't find him scary at all. They're just little guys. Incubus. They're just attractive devils. They're not scary. They could be scared if... Oh, intellect devourers. Ooh. Pretty spooky. I know, us did a lot for the intellect devourer community from Baldur's Gate 3, but they still are spooky. They're brains with legs. Invisible Stalker. Pretty spooky. This thing, you literally send it to kill someone, and it can't be seen. Iron Golem. Could be spooky. How many are we done? We'll do a few more, and then maybe we might break this up into another video. Jackalware, not scary. And Kenku, not scary. Kirin, not scary. Kenku are just people. Kobolds, just people. Gorids, they're like fey creatures. They're not scary. Krakens. Super scary. Just in an eldritch, this thing could destroy you and not even realize it is. The art of Krakens is weird because it's like this big... It doesn't look like a traditional Kraken. I've always kind of liked that. But then when I see minis of a Kraken, it looks like a big squid. So it's a little confusing. I like both versions, but I wish that they would be more specific. Like this was a different creature if they were going to go with the squid Kraken. But I do like Krakens, and they are super scary. Like, that's the kind of thing, like if you have phasmophobia, that's what you think is going to come after you. A Kruthic. Oh, I hate these guys. Oh, they're like everything I hate. They're not... I don't even think they're evil. They're just... I hate them. They're so gross. Kruthic. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm not a fan of them. That's all I gotta say. Kuatoa. I'm not scared of these guys. They're just cool. Lamia, not scary. Can be hard to fight. Not scary. Lemure. Oh, okay. So when you die and you go to the hells, this is where you start. And it's gross. You're just like a flesh creature. Lucrata. Oh, Lucrata are like... Lucrota? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But they are like, they hang out with gnolls a lot, and they like can imitate people's voices to like lure you in. That is a spooky situation. Leviathan. Leviathan is like a huge water elemental. Super scary. Kind of goes along with the Elder Tempest. This is the wind version. This is the water version. Combine them together, you have a sentient hurricane. That's scary. Lich. Let's end it on a lich. Because liches be scary. These are pretty spooky. They need souls to survive. You can't kill them unless you destroy their phylactery. It's a bad time. Okay, everyone. I didn't realize that this was going to be a bit of a longer video, but I should have because there's a ton of monsters in the monster manual to sort by what's spooky and what's not. I was trying to find one that was just the spooky creatures, but couldn't find one, so I had to do all the creatures and just sort by the ones that weren't spooky too. But anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Happy spooky season. We'll be back here next week for the other half of this video. And have a great day. If you're not having a great day, hope your bad day is over with soon. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.